One day, you will realize that not everyone deserves a seat in your life. Protect your time. It is the only wealth that grows when given to the right people. Your heart is not a charity. Give it carefully. Once upon a time, in a quiet European town surrounded by old cobblestone streets and soft morning mist, lived a young man named Elias. He was simple, kind-hearted, and always eager to help those around him. But his greatest weakness was the same thing that made him beautiful. He gave his time, attention, and energy to people who never valued him. Whether it was classmates who used him for homework help, neighbors who treated him like a convenience, or so-called friends who disappeared when he needed them most, Elias kept giving, believing kindness would eventually return. Elias lived alone with his mother in a tiny, aging apartment with cracked walls and creaky wooden floors. His father had left years ago, leaving behind a silence heavier than grief. His mother worked long hours cleaning offices, and Elias dreamed of building a life where she wouldn't have to come home exhausted every night. But dreams, he realized early, were harder to reach when you spent your time fixing everyone else's life but your own. From a young age, Elias struggled with English. While other students understood lessons easily, he often stayed behind, staring at pages filled with words that made no sense. His classmates mocked him, calling him slow, laughing each time he mispronounced something. Teachers, overwhelmed and impatient, never truly helped. Elias would return home with tears in his eyes, telling his mother he was fine, though both of them knew he wasn't. Despite everything, Elias kept helping others. When a boy in his class needed notes, Elias stayed up all night rewriting them. When a girl needed help with homework, he forgot his own assignments to help her pass. They smiled when they needed him and ignored him the moment they didn't. Elias convinced himself that being needed was the same as being valued, until life taught him the painful truth. It wasn't. One evening, sitting on the cold steps outside his building, Elias whispered to himself, "Why do I help people who don't care about me?" He looked at his cracked shoes, the cold air biting through his thin jacket. He wanted to become fluent in English, to rise above the life he felt trapped in. But every time he tried to study, someone needed something from him, and he always said yes. His dreams were shrinking because he kept giving away the time meant for himself. The breaking point came during his final school year. Elias agreed to help 5 classmates prepare for an important English exam. For weeks he sacrificed sleep, skipped meals, and studied with them late into the night. But on the day of the exam, they walked past him as if he didn't exist, laughing, talking, not even wishing him good luck. When scores came out, all of them had passed, except Elias. Elias walked home in the rain, each step heavier than the last. Failure wrapped around him like a cold coat. His classmates celebrated their success, thanking each other, posting photos, sharing inside jokes, but not a single person mentioned him. That night, he sat in the dark corner of his room and cried, not just from the pain of failure, but from the realization that he had given his time to the wrong people for years, and in the process, lost himself. His mother sat beside him, her tired hands resting gently on his shoulders. "Elias," she whispered, "not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. You cannot climb the mountain while carrying people who only drag you down. Save your time for those who lift you." Those words planted a seed deep in his heart, a seed that would grow into the strength he never knew he had. Like this motivational story and subscribe for more inspiring videos. The next morning, something inside Elias changed. He woke early, before the sun, and opened his old English textbook. For the first time, he studied not because someone needed him, but because he needed himself. He practiced pronunciation aloud, wrote new words on sticky notes, and filled the walls of his room with goals. Slowly, painfully, he began to improve. Every word he learned felt like reclaiming a piece of himself. He stopped answering calls from people who only reached out when they needed help. He avoided classmates who treated him like a tool. Some mocked him for distancing himself, saying he had changed. But Elias knew the truth. He hadn't changed. He had simply stopped giving the wrong people access to the parts of him they never deserved. Elias joined a free English learning group in the town library. The tutor, an elderly man with kind eyes and an unshakable patience, became the mentor Elias never had. Instead of laughing at his mistakes, he corrected them gently. Instead of judging his speed, he celebrated his progress. Slowly, Elias regained confidence, and for the first time, he realized what it felt like to be helped instead of used. Months passed. Elias studied every day. He watched English videos, copied movie dialogues, practiced speaking in front of the bathroom mirror. His mother cheered him on as he pronounced difficult words with determination. With every improvement, Elias felt his world expand. English was no longer just a subject. It was the doorway to a future he had once been too afraid to dream of. Eventually, Elias applied for a customer service job in a nearby international company. He walked into the interview with trembling hands but a brave heart. His English wasn't perfect, but it was honest, just like him. When the interviewer asked about his biggest strength, he replied softly, "I don't give up, even when people give up on me." The interviewer smiled, and Elias walked out feeling hopeful. A week later, Elias received an email that made his knees weak. He got the job. His mother cried with happiness, hugging him so tightly he could barely breathe. Their apartment, once filled with exhaustion and struggle, now felt lighter, warmer. Elias promised himself that day that he would never again let anyone steal the time he needed to build his future. With his new job, he continued studying English every evening, improving faster than ever before. He became known for his politeness, patience, and genuine kindness. But this time, he gave it to people who respected him. His life transformed not because he found the right opportunity, but because he removed the wrong people from his path. Years later, Elias stood on a stage at a company event, receiving an award for Employee of the Year. He spoke flawless English as he shared his journey, from the boy who couldn't pass exams to the man helping train new employees. The audience applauded, but his eyes searched for one face, his mother's. She sat in the front row, smiling proudly through tears. All the sacrifice, all the pain, had finally led them to this moment. After the ceremony, a few of his old classmates approached him, pretending to be friendly, asking how he became so successful. Elias smiled kindly, but this time, he didn't stay long. He had learned the lesson life had repeated for years. You cannot build your future with people who destroy your present. He walked away not with anger, but with peace. His time now went only to those who deserved it. Elias bought his mother a new home, helped her retire, and continued improving himself every day. His journey taught him the most powerful lesson of all. Your time is your life. Don't spend it on people who don't value you, don't support you, and don't believe in you. Give it to those who lift you higher, and to yourself. He looked at his reflection one evening and whispered, "The day I stopped giving my time to the wrong people was the day my real life began." The wrong people will drain your time, energy, and dreams. The right people will help you grow. Choose wisely. Your future depends on it. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more motivational English learning stories. Your support helps us inspire more lives.